So in this video, I will show you the 5 main reasons why the concept of so-called work-life balance is not supporting our well-being at all, and you can finally stop chasing a dead horse. Instead of trying to balance, you can start to create intentionally your corporate experience and your whole life in ways that truly support your well-being. With the work-life balance concept, we have been sold to an idea that is neither beneficial for us, nor is it actually working. We are told if we only achieve a balance between work and life, whatever that means, we would experience less stress, less burnout, and increase our overall well-being. While this sounds pretty nice, for most of us, the concept actually doesn't work like that at all. And that is a valid reason. The concept simply does not address the real problems of exhausting, overworking, and a high rate of dissatisfaction in our jobs. And the only one who's benefiting from us buying into that concept are the corporations we are working for. Little qualifier here, I have no problem with corporations. I actually like them because I use them to fulfill my goals, but we have to be very mindful and strategic how we run our show there, because we want to do it in our favor, right? Coming back to the topic, if you think about work-life balance, the concept clearly says, my dear employee, please use your private time to restore your batteries that had been completely run down throughout the workday. And when you buy into that concept, you actually use your time at work and your private time in the favor for the company, right? Targeting to stay a healthy, efficient human resource that is functioning properly, but restoring your batteries in your private time. You need to take notice of that, not throughout the workday, in your private time. So in this video, I will show you the 5 main reasons why the concept of so-called work-life balance is not supporting our well-being at all. The first reason why work-life concept cannot work is because of the idea of separation. The concept separates work from your life. And while it might be valid to say that from a point of time, there is a separation, meaning we have time we spend at work and we have time for other activities. On an energetic level, actually, this separation is not happening. Whatever happens at work, whatever you feel there is spilling over and influences all other areas of our life. It's not separated. So if you feel drained because of work, or exhausted, tired, stressed, anxious, how would that not affect the time you spend privately? If you're exhausted from work, where should you take the energy from to create an experience for yourself that balance out the experiences you had throughout the workday? If all that you actually want to do is hiding and resting and not seeing anybody, but who is benefiting from that idea of separation? Of course, the corporations, because this simply implies that we as human beings, yes, we have a life, but actually the 9 hours a day when we are at work, these hours belong to the company. And it doesn't matter what you experience there and how you feel there, as long as you as a human resource function properly. So why should any organization has any interest in giving you time throughout the workday to process your feelings and your experience there if they tell you just use the work-life balance, because with this concept, whatever happens at work, you will just balance out with your private time? Where is the benefit for us in there? So the idea of separation is completely misleading. The solution actually would be to create a corporate experience for ourselves that is beneficial for us, instead of trying to balance something out with your private time. The second reason why the work-life balance concept is not working, because of the idea of balance. Balance means to offset or compare the value of one thing with another. In our case, it means you offset your work with all other parts of your life. And if it would be a true balancing, it would work in both directions, right? But actually, it just works in one direction. You have a shitty work life, so you balance it out with a beautiful private life. That's the idea behind that. But if you have an amazing career, you should have a shitty private life to balance it out. No sense in that. But the truth is that the concept unconsciously tells you 2 things. First, you cannot have it both. An amazing career and a great private life, not possible. But why not setting that as a target for us? Then it's about thriving in our life and finding solutions how to make this come true for us. instead of trying to balance something out what will never work at all. And the second story we are told by the concept unconsciously is the target of our life is just a consistent level of experience. That is all we can hope for. It's not getting better than that. It's pretty sad, right? Isn't it? But honestly, this is the accepted social norm in corporate very often. The third problem of the so-called work-life balance concept is the negative connotation. If we say we need to balance out what happens at work, this means that we expect something negative is going to happen there. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So instead of motivating the people to create the best possible corporate experience for themselves, the concept normalizes negative experiences. And if we believe that it's normal to feel exhausted, tired, stressed, then most of us will not challenge that anymore for themselves. We just wait for the end of the day or our next vacation to come so we can feel some kind of relief. And when we believe work to be something negative, then that's pretty sad. And we actually devalue ourselves and our human experience. Because work is meant to be a huge source of pleasure and fulfillment. We have been made to create things. We are designed to innovate and to improve and to be productive in the favor of ourselves, but also in the favor of the society. So the solution here is taking over full responsibility for what's happening at work. And this includes what you expect from your 9 to 5 in the first place. And then design what you need for yourself. So next time when you think about work and something negative is coming up, it might be also influenced by common sense that working in corporate is something negative. The fourth reason why work-life balance concept is not in your favor is because it never addresses the real source of your problems. If we assume for just one moment, and this is difficult for me, but let's assume it, that the work-life balance concept is working, meaning we can and we want to balance out what happens at work with our private time, then we will be busy our whole life trying to balance work life out with private life. It's a repetitive cycle of wasted energy. Because with this approach, you will never address the source of the problem, no matter how much time you spend repeating it. For example, we are told that we should do yoga to restore our batteries. And I get it. I really like yoga. It's good for my body, it's good for my mind, it's really calming, relaxing. So I can truly recommend it. But honestly, it does not solve my problem around work. It's like putting a plaster on a bleeding open wound. Maybe in the evening I did some yoga and I enjoyed the sequence. But the next day I go to work and my problems are still there. I will still think the same thoughts. I will still feel the same feelings. I will still be annoyed by the same things. I will be triggered by the same people. Same old, same old. So the solution then is to do yoga again, or maybe, I don't know, some other sports. I don't get the point. So that's why it is really important for our well-being to look at the source of the negative experience and also the positive experience we have in corporate, instead of trying to balance it out with some activity in the evening. This is not a sustainable solution. This is more like lying to ourselves. The fifth problem of the work-life balance concept is the over-prioritization of work. As I said, the concept basically offsets work with the sum of all other parts of your life. Meaning you sleep, you eat, you read, you work out, you relax, you celebrate, you nurture your family. All serves the purpose to keep you in a physical and mental state to being able to operate as a human resource. Meaning all other parts of your life serve simply your work. As I said before, work can be a great source of joy and pleasure. And even beyond that, for most of us, actually work is a key role in creating wealth for ourselves, our families, and the society as a whole. And why I believe this to be true, I still challenge the way we approach work. And I also challenge what we allow to happen to us in the process of working in the environment of corporate. Instead, we should reintegrate work into our life. So now that you've learned the 5 reasons why the work-life balance concept is not working in our favor at all, the good news is that you can stop chasing a ghost. Instead of trying to balance, you can start to create intentionally your corporate experience and your whole life in ways that truly support your well-being. So in the end, you can use your private time for yourself and only for yourself. On this channel, I will present further solutions and elaborate on ways how we can create that for us. If you want to learn more about this, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell to not miss out any of my new videos. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion and your experience. I believe this is such a wide field that is not uncovered enough, and we really need to start more conversations around what's happening in the corporate world. See you in the next video.